Hello everyone. So today we will be building our to-do list app further. So now we have added our add to-do list part. So let's say today I want to eat, then click add, and then I want to sleep, click add. We can add, but how do we uh, delete, or let's say I have done this completed, how do we mark that? So let's just do that. So to do that, what we need is a delete button. So let's insert some buttons in here as well. So as you know, if we inspect Control Shift C, we can see that we are pushing UL and LI, so unordered list and list items, into our to-do list DOM. From here, as we can see, no UL and LI are there, so we are inserting them with JavaScript. So let's insert some buttons as well, so we can delete the to-do list. Let's work on delete first, and then we'd work on the check mark as well. Okay, so let's do we want to enter the button into each and every li. So where's the li? List to do. Here's the li. I think I should have named it the other way around, like this should be the list to do and this should be single to do. And now I would have to go for the other way around. If I save and do test, yeah, is not working properly, so I would have to do this list to do here and single to do. Okay, let's think this through. So we are trying to target the UL, and we would want the to do I have messed up in the naming part of this app, I see, and design stuff is not very good either, but we just want to have a working project. That's all. We would be working on better projects from now onwards, as we have learned most of the JavaScript stuff and HTML, CSS stuff as well. So let's have a look here. So we are getting the value here, and we would want to add that to single to do actually, and then we would want the single to do to be added to the UL. So let's see what happens now. Okay, now it is not working at all. Great. To do item dot append, here we should do list to do actually. Let's see now. Yeah, now it is working like before. As you can see, we're just typing and it is getting entered as we expect it to. So let's go for button, right? So let's create some buttons. We do it below because we do not want to disturb what we've been doing this far, but we would want to actually do it above, because we should add the button as early as possible. So let's go for document dot, and let's name this delete button, and then to create element we would want to create a button, of course. So we have created the delete button, and let's do yeah, we would want to append this to each and every single to do. So let's copy this line and then do this. Let's see. Okay, we have a button, but our button do not have any text. So let's create a text node. So let's do delete button text and do document dot create text node, and then do delete. And now we would want it to be appended with delete button dot append, and then do delete button text, not quotations, my bad. And now let's see. Oh yeah, we are getting each and every delete button as we were expecting to get. So let's try to style them a little bit. Like, they're looking pretty bad because they're kind of sticking together. So let's do let's target each and every li like single to do. So let's do single to do dot class list dot add, and then do single to do. So what we're doing here is just adding this class to each and every to do. So let's go for single to do and do display flex, and to justify content space between. Let's see. Okay, we are getting the flex, but we're not getting the space between because the width is not defined, I suppose. So let's do 300 pixel. And yeah, great. Now we can see that sorry about that. I went to do some work actually, but yeah, let's get back to the topic. So we can see that we're able to add empty string as well, but we're getting delete button with each and every li. That's the most important stuff here. So yeah, we're getting delete buttons, but now we want this delete button to work as well. So let's see, what we can do is we need to run a for loop. So let's do for I 0. Oh, we need to target the li's first. So let's do const list items, and we can target the list items by list to do should work, I think. Let me think. How do I get each and every li? Like, pretty simply. So let's not target the li's, let's target the buttons, let's say. So delete button, and what we can do is add a class name and then target them. Just I'm a bit confused now actually, but yeah, let's add a class name and then target them. Delete button dot class list dot add, and then we want to design the buttons as well. So let's add a class name of delete buttons, and then we can list, let's delete buttons, and then we can do document dot get elements by class name. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Go for delete buttons, and we can do this will return an array. So what we want to do is delete buttons dot length I plus plus. So I want to increment it by 1 each time. So let's do delete buttons I. So I am targeting each and every one of the buttons, and do a on click, and then assign a function. Let's do function and then pass in the event, and just log the event for starters. Let's see if we can log the event. Test. Okay, let's try to log, and as you can see, we have the event. So event actually captures all of the stuff, like button, cancel, bubble, client text, where we have clicked exact, and we have a lot of stuff, but we want to access the target. So let's do event dot target. And now if we do, as you can see, we are here and we get the target. So now what we want to do is we have a property called dot parent node, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, as you can see, we can log the parent node, and we can just simply display none or remove the node entirely. So how do we remove a node? Let's google it out. How to remove a node in JavaScript. Let's see. Just element dot remove. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Let's keep it in a variable. Let's say parent node. I'm not sure if it's the correct naming or what, but let's do parent node dot remove. Let's see if it works. Test. Oh yeah, it is working. So we can just simply click delete and remove the node from there, but as you can see, we are having some issues here. Let's see what's the issue. Oh, I see. So I'm just removing the li and not the ul. And why am I even creating ul each and every time? I have made some mistake here, I suppose. So let's see. List to do create element ul. So I'm creating I want to append it to single to do. Okay. Think I'm making the mistake right here, I suppose. Let's see. Okay, now it doesn't even show up. Great. So what I need to do is go back to the previous naming where it was right. No, let's just fix this. So list to do, single to do, and now we want to append the single to do into list to do. So list to do dot append, and then single to do. Let's do this other way around. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, without it won't even work. Right. Let's see what's going on here. So I'm putting in each and every time I'm putting an ul as well, which I don't want. So create element. Okay, list to do. This is the input value. This is the list to do. List to do dot append single to do. I think this is the issue. This should fix it. Okay, it's not. Single to do should append this instead of to do item. The first one. Let's see if it works. I'm not sure. Oh no. I think I should go back to our previous naming convention because at least it was working, right? So let's copy these and just discard these changes. So it goes back to the way it was. and then do this test. Yeah, it is working, but why couldn't I just change the names? Okay, still it is printing UL each and every time, which I don't want, but at least it's working properly. Okay, so let's see. We are creating an UL. Okay, so every time we're submitting the form, we are creating an UL, which I don't want. So let's just create the UL only once outside, because every time we're running the function, we'll just create another UL because the function is running every time. So let's see what happens now. Test. Okay. Oh wow, great. Test. Okay, I see. Not great at all. So let's just keep the UL then, no problem. It's not that big of a deal, but it should not, we should not do it like this, but it's still working. So let's just keep it this way for now. We'll get back to it later. This is not some project we are looking to like add in our CV anyway, but we will get back to it. So let's copy the for loop once again, because we want to add another another event listener. I mean, marked buttons, not marked to dos. Let's say to dos. Okay, and let's target it by single to do, and let's do this mark to do dot on click, mark to do dot length. So now we are running another for loop, and we are checking for each and every to do's, and on click we want to do is not target the parent node and remove the parent node. Instead, what we want to do is okay, let's keep the parent node and do parent node dot style dot text decoration, and then do line 2. Let's see. Okay, it is working. As you can see, it is being marked off, if you can see it, and when I click on this, it is getting marked. Okay, the delete button is getting marked as well. So we do not want the parent node to be targeted and marked. Instead, we want to do is to do mark. Let's say to do mark dot style, and text decoration will be line 2. So let's do test. Yeah, so now the delete button is not getting marked as well. It is working as we intended it to be. That's great. But we want to do, what we want to do is, when we click on it, we should be able to go back to the previous option as well. So let's do, if we will check if the to do mark dot style dot decoration is line through. If it is already line through, then we'll do is on click we'd make it to none. But else, if it's not marked, we do this, not double equal. Let's do triple equal actually. Okay, so let's see. We get test, and as you can see, we can mark it. We are marking it. So let's say I have this to do, let's say eat, sleep, game, or anything else actually. So let's say I have eaten already, so I will mark it like, okay, it is done, let's sleep and game. Or sleep is done, let's go for game. Or game is done, so let's go for work now. So let's say we mark off work as well, so work is done as well. So let's just delete all of them. Like we do not need these to dos, all are done. So let's go ahead and create our new to do on the other day. So let's say go to gym, go to work. So let's say we have already been to the gym, we just mark this off, and go to work will be next. And gym we can delete it as well, like let's say it's done, so we do not need it, we'll just delete it. So what's happening here, we are running a for loop for each and every one of them, for the mark one as well and for the deleting one as well, and then we are adding event listeners. So whenever there is a click on this, the event listener will tell, okay, the it has been clicked, so on click just run this function. So what this function does, targets the parent node and then simply removes it. So delete button will be removing the parent node, and then we can create again and we can mark them as well. So it's just the same thing. We are targeting each and every one by a for loop. So this is an array by class name, this is returning an array, and we are targeting each and every array index by a for loop. So 0 1 2 3 4 5, whatever the length is, we're running it for the length, and then we are adding on click event listener and then running this function, which will just target the same div or same liul whatever, and then check if the style is line through or not. If it is not, then we do a line through. If it is already line through, we will do it to none. So it will just remove it. As you can see, if we click on it, this line through thing is pretty simple actually, and we can delete as well. So the design is not that good. Let's try to design it a bit better. So what I do, the first thing is change the background color. Of course, I do not like purple as much. Gray is looking a bit better. So let's add some margin to our main heading. Where is it? Let's do 20 pixels. Yeah. Let's do 30 actually. Okay, so let's do some button stuff. Where's the button? Oh, I can't get it there, but I can add class name always. I have actually added class name already. So let's target them and add some styling. Let's do padding. 20 pixel is a bit too much. 10 pixel. Okay, it works. Border radius. So let's make it a bit rounded, not all cornered. Let's do 10 pixel. It's a bit much. Yeah, is looking a bit better. Let's do 5 pixel. Yeah, this is looking okay. Let's do what we can do. We can align them properly. They're not properly aligned, as you can see. So we do this is the single to do, so each and every one will have this. So let's do align items center. As you can see, now it is properly aligned. Now we don't want these bullet lists to be there. We want to have an li, but we do not want the bullet list actually. So let's do text decoration none, maybe. No, not really. Let's see. Text decoration none. Does it remove it? No. Let's try to Google it once again. Li remove bullet. Oh, list style type none actually. My bad. Oh, my bad. List style type none. Types, not types. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have removed that now. Let's add some padding to the add button and the input field as well. So which is it? Submit button. Let's see if we have that. Yes, we do have that. Let's add some more padding to the horizontal aspect. Let's do 16 and let's make it rounded. Okay. I'm using tailwind a bit too much. 5 pixels should do. Yeah, so it is looking a bit better. Let's try to target the input box as well. We do not have that here yet. Let's make it a bit rounded as well. Border radius 5 pixels. Okay, so the font, I do not like the font as much. We have seen a video about Google Fonts already. Let's change the font of our app. So I really like Roboto. So I would use Roboto whenever I can. Let's do medium 500. Let's do this import. We have separate videos for all of this stuff. So I have shown you guys how to use Google Fonts. So what we do is just import. We have actually another font here which I have added previously, I think. So let's just remove it and import it once again. We do not want to import extra stuff into our app. So let's do that and let's add the font family to each and every one. So the asterisk sign will do that. Now let's see. Okay, a little bit better, but let's just decrease the width of this so we can go for 280 or 90. Okay, this is looking a bit better, but not the best of projects. But the main focus is not design. We are not here to design, of course. Let's do test and make the whole thing a bit rounded as well because it's not looking that great. So let's do border radius and this one 5 pixels as well. Okay, this is looking a bit better now. I think we can make the font white as well if we want. I'm not sure if it's a good idea though. Oh yes, we cannot see anything. Great. Let's remove this and just keep it this way. But there are some issues, like let's say we do we keep adding stuff and then you'd see, yes, now we are going out of the box because we have given it a fixed height and a width which is not recommended at all. So I would remove it. But when I do that, as you can see, we have this, but this can be fixed easily. We can add some padding, let's say 50 pixel. We can add more if we want, let's say 90 pixel. Now we just want padding to left and right side, not top and bottom. So as you can see, now if we keep adding, it will just keep increasing and not overflow out of the box. It will go into scrolling mode, but it will not overflow out of the box. That's why we should not use fixed height width like we have right here. Let's remove this one as well. And as expected, it should be aligned together. And now what we would do is add padding here as well. Let's do 20 pixel and do 60 pixel. Okay, okay. I have not used the semicolon. Oh my god. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Let's see what we can do here. We should add we can use width, but let's say 200%. Should use percent and not pixel. It is working, but it's not that great. I think there are some other ways to do this as well, but let's just go for what it was. Let's say what it was, I'm not sure. Control Z to the rescue, 290 pixel. Okay, so let's keep it this way for now. We'd find other ways to fix this later as well, but this should work now. But as you can see, yeah, we do not have a cursor pointer like we have here. Let's do that. Delete buttons. Let's do cursor pointer. Okay, so the user knows it's clickable, just like this. We need the user to know this is clickable as well. Okay, why the first one is not changing? Okay, so my first to-do list was not getting ticked off because I didn't added the tick mark logic right here before adding that. So now it is working. As you can see, it is working properly. First one, second, last, each and every one have different stuff. Okay, so now it is all working good, but what we want to do is, let's say we have first initialized the app, and as you can see it is looking pretty small. So what we can do is, we should not use height width hardcode directly, but we can do is min width of, let's say, 6 pixels. So this will set a minimum width. Did I do it wrong? I think so. Let's do min width css. Min width, yeah, should be like this. Min width 600 pixel. Why it is not working? Let's see. Let's say 1000 pixel. Oh, I'm targeting the width, my bad. That's why I was wondering what's going on. I want to target the height. Okay, now as you can see we have 600, but if we add more it would just grow. It would not have a fixed height and width and overflow. So to avoid overflow or and any other stuff, we should not be using hard-coded width like 600 pixel, 200 pixel, anything. We should not be using it unless we really need that thing, and then we'd have to consider other things as well. We will talk about these in a future video. Let's say we have pretty much completed our app. For now we would be working on it again, but now let's say we want to push this to our GitHub right here. We have made the changes locally, so we have access to this code. But if we go to our GitHub, as you can see, we do not have the code updated, and in our script.js we just have fewer lines, but in this script.js we have more and more lines. So let's do a git add all. So I want to add all the files that changed. Git commit changed design and added delete functionality to the app. Your commit messages should always be readable, and so sometimes you might forget things yourself, and then when you read this commit in GitHub, like let's say what we did here, added to list functionality and designed a bit. Okay, now we can go back to this commit and see what we did there, and then we have deleted VS Code folder and fixed function names. Okay, so let's just push our code. Git push origin main. We can do just git push main as well. What I prefer to do is, it's just a habit. Okay, denied to Asha Chaudhary. So I have logged into another of my GitHub account. This just keeps on happening. Let's just remove this and let's do git push once again. And now we should see git should ask for us to log in. Go ahead and log in, please. And yeah, we have logged in. Now it is being pushed, and if we go to our commits and reload, as you can see, we have our new commit right here, and we have our code getting updated as well. So right here we have all the code. Let's add a readme for people to understand. Let's say to do list app. What our app does, it creates to-do list, to-dos, and help me keep track of the things I have to do throughout the day. We can mark it off as done and delete with the delete button as well. So a good readme is always necessary, because then people, when they come to your repo and they read this description, okay, we can do this. In later parts of our videos, we would see that we need to maintain packages, we need to work on more functionalities, then we'd document things a bit better. Let's see one of my documentation in my other account. Let's see, which is me. Let's see one of my projects. Which one? Let's see the first one. So in this project, let's say what I am doing is, this is my project name and e-commerce project. We can check out the live app here. We have the project overview, we have the backend code here, we have screenshots, and screenshots have not loaded, I think. Yeah, there were more screenshots, I think, but okay. How we can start it locally, we need to clone and then install the packages and then start the dev server. We will be talking about this in a later videos. And recruiters would also check your commits, like if they're descriptive enough. Let's say I have added provider, removed use client from layout because it was throwing some error. As you can see, it's showing cross, the build failed. Okay, so commit messages should always be broad and explanatory, like what they're doing. This way you'll help yourself, trust me. So we can do some more things to our this to-do list app, but that's for a later video. But for now the app is pretty much done, but there are things that can be improved, and I will try to do that and show it to you guys. Till then, thank you very much, and see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any problem understanding, you can comment down below. You can message me on Facebook anytime you want. Facebook, my bad. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next video.